Today we're going to do a 15-minute quick decluttering of our scrap pile and let's get into it. Let me flip the camera around. So if you have a tendency to get motion sickness like I do, just close your eyes for a second. I'm going to flip around my camera so you can see my mess. Oh, by the way, that's the size of box. So I have a full box like that at home. I I have not moved it to the studio yet. You can see my mess. All right. So let me just and there goes my voice. Um I have a big full box of scraps. So we're probably going to do this a few times and I'm just trying to get my okay. All right. I think that looks good. Okay. So again, we're just going to go through this. We're not going to overthink it. I'm going to give you permission. I'm going to give myself permission to throw stuff away. Um, and because, like I said, I just keep piling on this and, I'm not using it. So it's okay to throw away some small scraps. So we're 7 minutes into the live stream. I'm going to start the timer and here we go. So, what are we going to do with this? Could I save this? That was probably my idea. Save this for, um, like stamping the corners or whatever. But I haven't used it. I haven't done it, and I have other full boxes of basic white cardstock. So I forgot to grab my trash, and that's where it's going to go. Am I going to cry about it? Maybe a little bit. Could I use this on another card? Yes. Will I? No. So these are scraps that I'm gonna keep. Okay, so black variables. So I'm not gonna overthink this. I have all these circles in basic white, very vanilla. This is probably, I don't know. It goes in the trash. Now these circles I can actually use. Okay, these are a nice size. I did a project for my Christmas craft fair with our deckled circles dies. If you're interested, I can maybe do that for Christmas in July and show you a fun idea there. So I'm not going to throw those away because those are heat embossed. So I could actually use that to show you the project. So I'm just going to make a pile here because I have tons of these. I think I made like I don't know, 20 something. So here's a label. Joy and love to you. I don't know. Let's just make a basic white scraps. So these were the hearts that went with those half circles. So I'm not going to throw those out. So, but I have these bits and pieces like from, I think this bundle on Sweet is still available. Love the arrangements. It's kind of stuck together. So it's going to go. Okay. Pool party card base. Great. So what I'm going to do right now is just going to sort my, could I keep this? No. Yeah, I could. So lots of pecan pie. I know that's what I used to die cut those hearts. So lots of basic white here, secret C. So I'm just going to go with what I can easily see. And I'm going to maybe I can get you out a little bit further so you can see my desk. So yeah, oh, that's great, right? So just making some piles here and there of colors that go together like old olive. You can really see this was Christmas, right? So we have real red. So, and then what I like to do actually is there's another one of those. So if you don't have much space, okay, we have our color families. However you sort your Stampin' Up! Cardstock scraps, and I'll show you here in a second. We're down to almost 12 minutes. So 3 minutes gone. Um, I will show you here in a few minutes how I store my scraps. It's the only thing that has worked for me. And since I keep mine in the color families, how Stampin' Up! Keeps them, I will just make those piles together. So old olive, real red, that's one thing. Cloud cover, cardstock, it's torn, so it goes. And then we have petal pink, so that goes with pool party because that is subtles. So I'm making little piles. We have in color and blackberry bliss is neutrals. Okay, so that goes with the crumb cake here. Am I sorting through that pile again? Yes. Am I making this quick and easy right now? Yes. There you go. Could I use these? Yes, I could. Will I? No. There's a tag. Okay, so who knows? Old olive. Well, we'll see. So something like this goes, scrap goes. These are still I could use for a project, so I guess I'm gonna keep them. Um, so can you see I was kind of designing with that thing with that sweet. Oh, there we go. So this is all smushed, so it goes. Calypso coral is settles. So as you can see, I'm just trying to be quick about this. So if I have stuff like this where I die cut an arch, okay, I'm just going to tear it because then it fits into my storage. And basic white. Wow, so much old olive. So Dana K. White is all about um kind of like the obvious stuff. Okay, so what I can do is if I really want to make some progress here, I'm going to pull out the easy stuff. Not like look at every tiny little scrap, but I'm going to pull out the big pieces here. So basic black, that's thing of its own. And I know my voice is going to give in here in a second. So, and my clock is covering up my chat. Oh, that's okay. So here we go. Okay, that's all used up. So let's make some progress. I know this is cinnamon cider. Ooh, I love that color. So old in color all the way to the side. Blackberry Bliss goes on this pile here. So again, if you really want to make some progress, then just pull the big pieces out. Make it easier on yourself. So right now, again, I'm just sorting and like kind of looking through the big pieces here. I think I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that, but I think Dana K. White, she also calls it like the duh clutter because it's kind of like duh obvious. Okay, what else do we have? This is oh, so here I was testing some fun fold. This is Pretty Peacock. Pretty Peacock is help me out, is Regals. Oh my goodness, look at this. So what are we gonna do with this? Leave me a comment. So this was a swap I did last fall. Last fall. I did like 21 cards, 21 or 22, and I die cut all these pieces. What would you do with it? Is it going to bother you? Are you going to use it up? So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to keep it for now, and then we'll have a vote. Okay. If I should use this for a project somehow, or if I should throw it out. Okay. So let's keep going. So we have lots of Cajun Craze here. Cajun Craze is, I want to say Regals. And if I'm wrong, it's no big deal. I just want to make, I don't want to have 20,000 piles around me. So this is going to go. You see the stuff that's kind of bothering me here? That's just going to go. Okay, some small leaves. If I need that leaf again, honestly, if you're a scrapbooker, you know, that's all cool and stuff, then go ahead and make a box where you keep all these bits and pieces. Um, but garden green, I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to start a pile for this little piece of flirty flamingo. So again, well, which color is this? Huh. Oh, I think this is strawberry slush, but it was the two-tone cardstock, so that always looks a little bit lighter. So here, let's take away this messy stuff. Oh my goodness, more petal pink. So this is definitely something that I can use. Okay, so we're gonna keep that. That embossing folder is not current anymore, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll use it. So as you can see, I struggle. I struggle with this. I can't decide what I'm gonna do. Oh my goodness. Look at this mess. So am I gonna look through this again? No, so I'm gonna dump it. There you go. You're welcome. Again, you have permission to throw stuff away. Whisper white. Gosh. So more petal pink. Okay, and here we go. You see all like I die cut all of these rings. So, but I have so much basic white and I don't need that much very vanilla because I have a storage container with scraps for very vanilla. Um, Not a current product anymore. And I'll be honest with you, I know I could use this for a specific project I have in mind. Um, I lost my train of thought. I wanted to be honest with you, and then I forgot what I wanted to be honest about. Oh, I see. Oh my goodness. Look at these. I heat die cut these, cut them in half. So if you want to see that project, let me know in the comments. Okay. Oh, by the way, I had some people ask me they couldn't find. So on your right side of this live stream, if it's not showing or if you don't see how you can comment there, I believe I have my security settings set that only people that are logged into their YouTube accounts are allowed to um, comment. So to keep the trolls out. All right, card base, more petal pink. So this is gonna go. I think that folder's still good, so we might keep that. Oh, very vanilla, all crushed up. Darling duckling, polished pink. I think that rhymed. Okay, blackberry bliss. Secret sea. That was Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. Embossed. Misty moonlight is subtle. Daffodil delight. I don't know. So, how's that looking? I think that's looking good. We have so much petal pink. I think I can let go of these. Do. Nobody's gonna ask. So I'm not even sure. I want to say that was a card sketch also that I did. So I'm going to keep that. I might make a few more for my Christmas craft fair in November. So Calypso Coral was pastels, not pastels, subs. All right. So I'm gonna give it. There's early espresso. Like, do you remember this? This was like the old. I don't know if you can see the texture. Um, coordination, whatever. So almost like our two-tone cardstock now, and it had this colored core. So, but it already had this texture. So this was like Stampin' Up, I don't know, 2015 or something. So that's how old that cardstock is, and it's holding up still beautifully. Okay, so let's be realistic here. I have all these scraps. So Misty Moonlight. Ah, well, let's keep the pretty peacock. I can make them in sentiments with that. So more cinnamon cider. That can go. That can go. Basic white. So let's do a little bit of a speed round here. That is all pretty peacock. So let's pull out the obvious stuff. Sentiments. Sentiments. Nope. So pretty peacock. Misty Moonlight. Early espresso. Okay. Asian craze. I mean, we have a pile. If I have a pile for it already, I don't have a pile. Oh, well, I said that. Um, so there's the heart. Oh, gold foil. Well, we're not going to throw that away. That stuff is too expensive. I'm sorry if I yelled into the camera now. So that's a label maybe we can use up for Christmas. That is trash. Just for you. These were so hard to die cut. Love the shape, but these were hard to die cut. I'm not even sure what it's from. Labels, huh, maybe. If you have a hard time letting go of a few things, then it's fine. Just keep it. There's a label. Gold foil. Okay. Old olive. Gumdrops. Stamped. Tray silver foil, maybe. Okay. So I'm gonna pause my timer. It's down to 1 minute and 55 seconds. Okay. If you don't believe me, there we go. And I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. Because we already have a mess here on our desk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back. But can you see, like, I mean, yes, there's bits and pieces here. So you could tell even ribbon. So, but this is so much better. Do you see how much better that is? Okay, so, but we're not done yet, right? Not really. Okay, so let me take a sip of my coffee. And I'm gonna need my little trimmer potentially. So let's see what we're gonna start first. We're gonna start first where I know I'm not gonna sort this away right now, which is the old cinnamon cider. I have the container for that at home, and then designer series paper. So these I'm just gonna put away for a minute, okay? Mhm. So, and now the easy stuff. Let's do the easy stuff again. So I have some Daffodil Delight two-tone cardstock, it seems like. So I'm grabbing my Daffodil Delight container for my storage. And this is what I do. This is the only thing that has worked for me in years now. I've tried so many things that was affordable and that wasn't taking up too much space. Okay, because I only had a small area at home to actually work with. Um, so I made these cases, and we still carry these, even though Stampin' Up has switched to the new packaging for stamps and dies. We still have these stamp cases. And I make these inlays for new colors. I still haven't done the cases for the new in colors. So if you want me to share these, then just leave me a comment. You can, if you don't see the live chat, just you can just leave a comment below the video, okay? Just like you would with any video that I upload. So Daffodil Light, and this is how I store them, like just like we did with the stamps on the stamp cases. I'll pop the video back up here in a few minutes at the end so you can see how I have them arranged. So all I do now is, as you can see, I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight, my scraps, and I'm going to throw that in there. Boom, done. So I'm going to restart the timer or resume the timer. It has a minute and 55 left. Let me show you how quick and efficient, at least for me, okay? You do whatever you do. If you have the budget and the space to do all the fancy, like, shelving for all the different kinds of cardstock, I'm thrilled. I'm a little bit envious. I just can't do it. So this is what works for me. And let me show you how quick and efficient this is, okay? Or it can be. Let me put it this way. This is how great it works for me. Okay, so let me get that back on the shelf. And we're gonna do settles first because they're kind of in the way here. But before I start, let me find, where's my little trimmer? Because give me 1 second. Because we might have to trim a few things down. Okay, so I have my piles, and I know this is now going to run longer than 15 minutes, okay? I just want to show you how you can just take 15 minutes, like sort and make piles for 10 minutes, and then maybe you put everything away for a few minutes, okay? So, um, we can just pull our colors here. I'm not going to even sort these right now. So, I know I have some Calypso Coral, so I'm going to grab my Calypso Coral, and I'm going to resume my timer. Okay, so just eyeballing it at 14. So throwing that in there. Let's see if I have anything else. That's Calypso Coral that can go in there. Okay. You know what? These kind of bother me. So gone in the trash. Okay, Calypso Coral is done. Then I had some Pool Party out here. Was that Pool Party? Yeah. So just goes in there. Oh, and the nice thing is, oops, yes, these are going to fill up at some point and kind of get like thick, but that's a good sign for me. Okay, Anna, use up your scraps, okay, before you cut into a new one. So Highland Heather, we had some Highland Heather here. So just pulling that up. Can you see? I have way too much of that. So I got to use some of that up. Maybe for Halloween. Um, I know Gorgeous Grape is usually such a color that is kind of put on the, oops, not forgot one. Um, Gorgeous Grape is usually a color I really just use for um Halloween. most of the time. But let's see if it can cut. It should be able to cut. So I'm not too worried about this. I'm probably not going to use these for layering, just for die cutting. So just making sure these can fit into my storage. If I have something like this, I'm just going to keep that, okay? Because that's big enough. And these half-inch strips I like to use for sentiments. Man, that pretty peacock wants to go places. Okay, petal pink. Have some more calypso coral still here. And I still had a strap of Highland heather. Okay. So there we go. My timer's going to go off here in a second. So let's do our settles here. So this is a big sheet, but it's okay because it's hanging out on my scrap pile for forever. Oh, you see, that's not even a full card base there. Whatever happened. So we're going to trim it down. Okay. Going to trim it down. Here's some Misty Moonlight, Blackberry Bliss, Basic Gray. I think this is Gray Granite. So we're going to throw this away. Yep. So my timer ran out, but that's okay. Am I going to keep this? No, I have crumb cake, like lots and lots. I usually keep crumb cake as one of my staples that I keep in stock all the time. This is going to be too long. So I'm going to cut this down. And then this is, I want to say early espresso. Okay, so let's pull that here, Blackberry Bliss. So I'm just going to do one more color on camera. This is too big. So, I don't know, we're just going to cut it. So it doesn't matter. This is a scrap box, okay? This is what I use it for. And we had some crumb cake, just a little bit. Boom. And the cool thing is, well, I'll tell you in a second. So I think we have all this cut. And so pecan pie. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, you can see I have lots of strips that I need to use up in pecan pie. We had some gray granite. Is this gray granite? Yeah. Okay. And we had some Misty Moonlight. And oh, doesn't want to go back in. So early espresso and basic gray. So let me just grab those. Basic gray and early espresso. All right, now we go. So close your eyes if you tend to get motion sickness. I'm going to flip my camera around so you can actually see me. Oop. Oh, horrible. Very, very horrible angle, but that's okay. So this is, let me get you a little bit higher and closer. So this is my shelf. This is how I keep my, well, I had a different setup at home, but now in my new studio, I have the color family. So in colors, as you can see, still like the old ones, I gotta get working on that. I got my signals, subtles, neutrals, and regals down here. And then I just have like, so these 10 cases are signals, and then these 10 cases over here are my subtles, okay? So no, I'm not keeping them in rainbow order. When I'm working, I'm like, and that's why I have these strips on here so I can like quickly see that's the color I need, okay? So if I have some calypso coral, I just go up here and I just know, okay, there it is, boom. Got my scrap, put it in there. Oh, I got so much. I'm working on a project. I got so much petal pink. Gotta go grab this, put it in here. Okay. So we're not gonna smash that in there because it's not gonna fit because this is full. I don't know. It's petal pink. When it first came out, it really wasn't a color that I was thrilled about, and I didn't actually like use it for a long time. And but then it grew on me, and I don't know if it's just because Stampin' Up has been adding it to so many um designer series papers because I'm a sucker for that. I love, that's one of the main things I love about Stampin' Up is the color coordination. Because I would be that girl at the craft store and try and figure out which colors do good, go together, and is this actually a match? And no, it's not. And then I would be annoyed because that wouldn't be helpful. So while I'm chatting away, I'm just gonna do a few more snips here of scraps that I can use. And now I'm making it worse, but that's okay. And now I can't stop because I'm kind of in a flow. So I'm going to end the chat here, or about the live stream. But I'm going to just quickly work through my few piles here because I'm, I have momentum. So if you're watching the replay, um, thank you for tuning in, live or for the replay. Um, put on this video if you just want a crafty friend just kind of chatting with you while you spend 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, whatever you want to do. Just turn on this video and kind of sort along with me. Um, if you need a little bit of motivation, but that's just, all it takes is like, if you're a crazy busy crafter and this channel is all about helping busy crafters, um, then if you just have 5 minutes, then just do 5 minutes. Pull out the big pieces, okay? 5 minutes can do wonders to your scrap pile. So, um, and I have created a little bit more of a mess here, but that's okay. I'll take care of it now as I have momentum. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.